And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. You'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Westbrook.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers. He's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable, too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us. Brent, your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran player versus the first couple of years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench towards the end, Kevin. That is true.
A little bit.
14 is still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Gordon. And it's Tucker in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Whiteside. And it's Ariza in at the small forward.
You think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick. He spent some time in the D-League, now the G-League. And it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder, how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
We go back to 2015. The Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons, where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 3. Got it. Good job in the low post.
They're so good with making plays off of the bounce. So difficult to stay with them defensively.
Ariza outside. The pass to Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. There's the 3. Rebounded by Tucker. McCollum against Harden. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ariza outside. A floater, and it's good on the way up.
Nice job with Ariza there on a rare floater from him.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. He's off on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well. Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Ariza with the bucket.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Trevor Ariza. Westbrook drives in. That one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here's Lillard. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Memphis. And the basket by McCollum.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Here's Westbrook. Misses the three. Anthony finds McCollum. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Over Harden. McCollum, no good. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, he's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's getting around 28 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that team knew about you.
Inside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Well, a triple-double machine, and what we're trying to get out of Russell Westbrook as he moves on is understanding he can adjust his game to the teammates around him.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ariza outside. A three from McCollum. And another three for Portland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Shot from the wing. Westbrook, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Harden outside. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Whiteside inside, guarded by Tucker. Whiteside, no good. Harden against Lillard. Harden kicks to Gordon. Left side, Covington. Pass to Gordon. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. The 3 from Harden. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Covington sends it back. Count it. Anthony's got his second bucket. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
And another shot. And finally they hit one. Whiteside's got 6.
Well, Whiteside always around the rim. Such an amazing offensive rebounder, and second chance opportunities is where he does a ton of damage.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Now here's McCollum. Harden missing his last shot. Floats one. The shot's good. He's got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Westbrook. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
Let's not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Outside Anthony. Pass to Whiteside. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Nurkic checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And a change for the Rockets. Daniel House is checked in for Robert Covington. Whiteside kicks to Ariza. Back to Whiteside. 5 to shoot. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Rivers. The pass to Nurkic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Westbrook. The teardrop falls in. Westbrook's got 10.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here is Lillard, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Westbrook with the block.
There is no question that Russell is one of the top 10 athletes we have in the league. On full display there.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Trent after Austin Rivers score. Trent passes to Lillard. Here's Little. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Now Westbrook, 10 points for him. Rivers looking over the floor. Westbrook finds Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 to shoot. Rivers passes to House. Shoots a 3. And it's Westbrook missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Hezonja on the wing. Guarded by Green. Passes it to Trent. From downtown. Rockets with the rebound. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Rockets making the shot. Three-pointer. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's Houston with it. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. McLemore, no good. Now here's Little, guarded by McLemore. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here's Little. 1:57 left here in the first quarter. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now here's Westbrook. 10 points for him. The Rockets with another miss. Lillard scanning the floor. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Hezonja finds Nurkic. Here's Trent. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Trent's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 18. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Here's Westbrook after the Trailblazers pick up 2. That one's off, still out of sync.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Pulls from the top of the key, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And, Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Yusuf Nurkic. Little out there with Hazonia. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
The first one falls. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6th man for the rest of his career.
Rivers hits both of them. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we
and
doing,
popcorn, right
and the
next to it.
popcorn.
Hot
What
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
It's right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else do we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else
All a
with that?
part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
McLemore, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Fires from deep. Trent can't hit. The Rockets really having a tough go here. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to House. Here's Rivers. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Trent passes to Hazonia. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, you talk about role players with attitude and confidence. Brent, you're talking about Hazonia.
Still so many people intrigued about Hazonia and his ability to play in the NBA. Seems like the situations that he's been in have not been ideal. So an opportunity here in Portland to show how he can fit into a system and how he can consistently perform.
And that one misses. For Houston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Gordon, the pass to Rivers. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
Rivers against McCollum. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Rivers can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Hazanya. Hits the 3-point bomb. Hazanya's got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Stolen by McCollum. Here we go, one-on-one. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. Anthony's got 6.
I like how active McCollum was there on defense. Not afraid to poke his hands in there at the right time. Very opportunistic score there.
Now, here is Harden. 38 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Nurkic, big and blocking.
Trent gets the bucket. 10 points for him.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Lets a floater go. That one, no good. Good D by McCollum. And even 3-on-3 break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How many thousands of times have we seen Melo in that position to pick up a shooting foul and to force the defense to foul him?
Portland shooting their 6th, 7th free throws in the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw, no good.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Portland. And he can't hit the second. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Trailblazers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Robert Covington's checked in for Houston. And he makes both free throws. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rivers with it. 6 points for him. And here's Harden for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 10 points.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Trent, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden. The Trailblazers have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Westbrook's checked in. And he sinks the second. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. The 3 ball. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ariza has the open look. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 9 points for Ariza.
Ariza rising and firing.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Gordon against Ariza. Gordon kicks to Westbrook. Looking to get it going. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
It is so difficult not to foul Westbrook. He's always had the speed. Now he's got better understanding of exactly how to attack a defense.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what do you look for all the time in replays when you see that call? It's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Russell Westbrook. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Trailblazers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Rivers dishes to Westbrook. Rebounded by McCollum.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 2 points. McCollum's got 14.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside Westbrook. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
The Rockets have shot 6 of 7 at the line. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Portland's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss. Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And Covington sends it back. Here's Gordon. Kicks to Rivers. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Ariza. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 7 points a game, just over 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Anthony against Gordon. Whiteside, high post. Ariza finds Lillard. Clock at 6. Over Rivers. Lillard misses.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Stolen by Rivers. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First free throw is good.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Little, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Houston also making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And McLemore's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Second free throw, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. And Houston the other way now.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. That'll put Austin Rivers on the line. It's on Damian Lillard. For Houston, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Portland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. McCollum with the ball. Now Covington defending. McCollum no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's McCollum. Anthony no one around. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. House the pass to McLemore. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Hezonja, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. McCollum kicks to Little. 6 on the shot clock. Back to McCollum. Portland needs to get off a shot. Tries from 16. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Rockets have been shooting right around 75% at the line. 9 of 12 so far.
One shot.
And that one misses. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. To the inside. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Houston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And the wide-open shot from Green. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Houston. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. They're down in the 9th position.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
The Rockets have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Two.
And the first one drops. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. And a change for the Rockets. Damari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington. Rivers hits both of them. Portland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Rivers. 12 points for him. House dishes to Green. Here's the 3. Rivers can't get it to go. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far.
Oh, man. Fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. another reminder, Kevin, that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Lillard against Rivers. Over Lillard. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Rivers has got 12 now in this quarter. 5 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lillard way outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts was the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yak'em, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And for Houston, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Taking a look at the Rockets, we've got Russell Westbrook. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Gordon. And it's McLemore in at the shooting guard position. And they pick up 2. McLemore's got the first bucket of the third here for the Rockets. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster. Makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
First one falls for him.
Just been interesting how it is that Ariza keeps getting on teams, and then the same thing is said about him, about a championship presence, a veteran leader, and still plays some very solid defense at the wing.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. So he gets them both. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He just has physical tools to make you go in there and foul him. Westbrook back to the line.
And this is his fourth trip to the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Westbrook. Trailblazers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Lillard outside. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Right side, the pass to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He has 6. They shoot again, and good that time. 8 points for Hassan Whiteside.
Getting physical with Whiteside doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to slow him down.
Here's Westbrook, and the layup's good off the glass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's McCollum. 16 points for him. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, even with the contest, Whiteside's going right through you. That's how strong he is.
Outside Westbrook puts up a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Anthony in the corner. That shot missing, and the Rockets take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. The kick out to Westbrook. Covington against Anthony. Outside Gordon. Takes a 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Anthony's shot is off. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, how many times have we seen Westbrook way up like that with the poster shot? He's just doing what simply other people cannot.
Now here's McCollum. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Ariza against Gordon. From deep. And Russell Westbrook with the 3. Westbrook's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, you're so terrified of Westbrook gaining advantage by penetrating and getting inside that you're slow to close out. You challenge him to make those kind of threes.
Whiteside, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Houston. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Free throw, good, Whiteside. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Harden. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Incredible assist there from Gordon. Just an awesome job getting his teammates involved in that play.
Trailblazers leading by 23. Pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, kept alive.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Westbrook. 26 points for him. Here's Tucker. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. To the paint. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Outside Anthony. Whiteside tried to break. Shots good by Anthony.
You got to be cautious. If Carmelo is in these sets, he'll start to take advantage of whatever the defense is going to offer up.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Rockets have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Outside Westbrook. And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Now the pass to Trent. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Trent's got 19 points.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 21. Lillard outside. Ariza passes to Trent. Back to Ariza. There's the triple. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
Harden inside the three-point line, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And that one drops. And that's now 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Hezonja comes in for Anthony, and it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Houston also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And Daniel House subbed in for Eric Gordon. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Second is Jeff Green. Fourth, C.J. McCollum.
I mean, the shooting range of these two guys has probably been the most impressive. There's not a spot on the floor they can't hit from.
Take a break. Take a break. Shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so House nails both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Trent, 19 points in the game. Here's Azania, and Portland again with the bucket. Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Passes it to House. Now here's Harden. Defense is right there.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Double team on Westbrook. To the inside. Nurkic with the block. Here is Lillard. He's got 16. Over to the wing. Here's Little. Here's Nurkic. Westbrook with the block. And out of bounds. Rockets gain possession. McLemore's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Free throw drops for Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And so here's Portland. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one. Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Brent, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here is House. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game, and it's good for 2. McLemore's got 6.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to House. Now McLemore. He's got 6. Down low. Houston moving the ball around. Count that one.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Pass to And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
They get it back and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Inside, here's Trent. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. McCollum's checked in for Portland. He hits both from the stripe. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Rivers kicks to McLemore. Back to Rivers. Shoots it up. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
You see it. It's just confidence written all over his face. And that's not something that Austin Rivers came into the league with, but has oodles of it now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
1:10 left in the third. There's the pass to McLemore. Nailed from three-point land. McLemore's got 9.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Lillard with it. Picked up by Rivers. Lillard attacking. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 25 points for Damian Lillard.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. McLemore, the pass to Rivers. And stolen by Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You could tell that Nurkic was looking to get the foul on that shot, and he got the job done.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
Nurkic is a double-double machine every night. There's not a lot of teams right now, Kevin, that are equipped on their roster to handle the kind of size that Nurkic can bring.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. Rivers with it. 16 points for him. Shoots over Lillard. Rivers can't get it to go. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Little. Swanigan is out there with Brown. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value in the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Teardrop shot, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Houston gets called for the foul.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
First one falls for him.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Gabriel's checked in. That one misses. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Shot clock at 5. From deep, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he comes up with the deuce. Lillard's got 17 points here in the second half.
Well, powering through on the dribble drive, Lillard has the body control to take that hit and still score the basketball.
Kicks it to Carroll. Drops in the layup for 2.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
Now here's Lillard. Got a piece of it. For the 3. Offensive rebound. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Here's Clemens, and it's blocked by Brown. Lillard outside. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Thursday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Cephalosha against Brown. Cephalosha passes to Clemens. often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so.
No.
It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Yeah. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
It sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin. Quite frankly.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
The first one falls. Russell Westbrook in for Houston. Both good from the line that time. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Westbrook double team. Pass to Clemens. The three. The Rockets with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that one doesn't cost them.
Pass to Swanigan. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Gabriel. Carroll covering. And yes, it's good.
Big communication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Another miss by Houston. And here are the Trailblazers. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Gabriel, the pass to Swanigan. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Outside Westbrook. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Trent. Here's Gabriel. And it's blocked.
Well, it's tough to get anything past Cephalosha with that length. Insane reach and quick instincts on defense. Really wreaking havoc.
Here's Gabriel.
No surprise there, Kevin. Cephalosha right on top of that shot. Simply one of the better perimeter players in the NBA.
And Westbrook throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Simons. He's covered by Westbrook. Tipped away. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's Clemens. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches.
No, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys. As the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
The Trailblazers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. To the inside. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Count that bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Westbrook. Simons, the pass to Brown. Up and in on the layup.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Here's Hartenstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Here's Clemens. Another miss by Houston. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Out to the right wing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Now, here's Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Carroll. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Stolen by Westbrook. To the paint. Here's Carroll, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the athleticism always been NBA caliber. Carroll showing it off there with the finish.
And there's the pass to Trent. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes to Clemens. Westbrook with it. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in. Westbrook's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
It's just amazing. They stop Westbrook short of getting to the rim, which is a victory in and of itself. But then Russell knocks down the floater.
Here's Simons. Good D by Westbrook.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Simons following the basket by Russell Westbrook. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time. And that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
Jeff Green in for Damari Carroll. And so he hits both. And here's Houston. They're on a 17-6 run. And the jam by Cephalosha.
Well, interesting to see Cephalosha getting involved in the offense this time.
Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons. Down low. Brown. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Trent. Over to the left wing. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum against Westbrook. Lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 17 now, just in the second half.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Simons. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league, that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Damian Lillard.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 1:05 left in the fourth. Westbrook double teamed. Pass to Tucker.
Hey, yo, wrestle.
Houston moving the ball around. Westbrook, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Gordon. And that one, good.
Well, even though Eric Gordon went in amongst the bigger guys on the floor, he's able to remain calm and get two.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got 34. Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Pass to Rivers. Fires it up. That one doesn't go. Lillard outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.